Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the VS Gaming Stage 2 Elimination Final between Bravado Gaming and White Rabbit Gaming. And yet again today I have Brad Sherry ZA with me. Welcome, Brad.
Thank you for having me once again, Dalray. Oh, another day, another cast, another exciting match before us.
Yeah,
Bravado, White Rabbits, top four, two teams within the top four of the country. Yeah, I think it'll be a good game once again.
yeah, it's definitely going to be a good game. First competitive game after this weekend's major land, the first one of the year. They're hosted by
Mm-hmm.
ACGL. Let's just recap about on this weekend that has just passed. Brad came down to Cape Town all the way from Joburg, so thanks for him as well for come
Mm-hmm.
supporting the COD the ZA scene. And then yeah, the big picture for me, Brad, for you, the guys that did not know, is that I personally think Bravado went to what leaps and bounds from where they were last year, um, beating Energy Esports in the first best of five in that grand final. The first time EN has lost a series in almost 2 years, or exactly 2 years on that day. I can remember Govs telling me so. So yeah, they definitely the team that I was quite shocked about. They definitely brought their way back. I know they suffered a loss against
Who
Origin
the fuck
Esports
is
on
that
day
guy?
one,
Who the
and
fuck
then
is that
just
guy?
hit back on
Who the fuck is that
Sunday, hitting them back on with a 3-1 fashion. So Bravado playing it today, I'm expecting quite a lot from them.
Yeah, definitely. Before last week's land, Dalray, I can recall a lot of the top competitive players, like obviously from the top teams with regards to EN and Origin and all those teams, saying that Bravado are about like they're not up there anymore as where they were last year. They were struggling. But I'm sure that they surprised a lot of teams this last weekend. Obviously, they took out Origin. I think in three. I think it was a 3-1 or map 5, I believe. One of those was very close, but they took out Origin and then ended up in the grand finals against Ian and actually restating the bracket of that. So I was very impressed with their performance. But yeah, ultimately Ian did take that, and White Rabbits. I believe they lost 3-0 to Bravado. I believe it was in the losers
Yes,
semi-finals.
that is
Yes,
correct.
yeah.
So yeah, I think White Rabbit would like some revenge right here, moving back to an online setting. But it's going to be quite interesting. Can't wait for this one to get underway. And I see, thanks to Rodriguez for subscribing, my man. Thanks for that. And I just want to say thanks to Ray's as well. He will be the neutral host for this game. And yeah,
Dope.
just a bigger chat about this weekend. Brad, is there in particular one team or one player that has shined throughout for you?
To be fair, like again, I heard a lot of players not talking the best of the Bravado team just with regards to their performance. And I mean, one player from that team that really stood out for me for this last weekend was Bravado Lithium. I'm sure you can agree with me. Bravado Lithium had
Yeah,
an amazing
yeah,
weekend, especially on that Sunday. He played absolutely great.
yeah.
And I think that's where Bravado actually excelled, and where Lithium actually, put his team like on his back in a sense, because he was
Mm.
he was an outstanding player for me the entire time. He was very consistent. He was very top tier, and yeah, for me, Bravado were my highlight team.
Yeah,
Coming in, I would say that they would have ended top five, maybe top four, but they did
yeah,
very well to get to the grand final.
yeah. I'm definitely gonna agree with you on that. I think Lithium, the captain, definitely led by example. He
Hmm.
probably his best performance up to date in the past 2 years for me. I really do think he brought his or he packed all his weight in that backpack with all his teams, and so I really think he's the guy that was not carrying his team, but definitely helping as
He was the
much as
most
he could.
consistent.
Most consistent, yeah.
Hmm.
And obviously not forget Inferno's insane search and destroy. I think he had 15 kills on it.
Yes, yes.
I don't think he's gonna forget that one at all. So that was a great game from him. But all in all, Sunday or this weekend's event, the major hosted by ICGL, was a complete success at Grand West Casino in Cape Town.
Hmm.
I can't wait for even more tournaments that's being announced in the future. I know Metal State will be releasing something soon. I can't give you a date on that, but something will be released soon as possible. Then we still have VS Gaming that we are currently with, and then we still have ACGL with all their majors, minors, and the 2Ks on Sundays. And yeah, just a bigger chat now, Brad. Something that most players probably don't like or like, but we're moving along now to the gentleman's agreement after this weekend.
Hmm.
So obviously the gentleman's agreement, if you're new to it, it's no FG, no car sniper, and no dual list pistols. Now, I've chatted to most of the competitive scene players um, from Frost and so, and even he said, well, we can maybe use the FG. FG did get a nerf, but it's part of the gentleman's agreement thing. So, yeah, I don't know. It depends what people want to do, and I do think it's probably better just to stick with the gentleman's agreement on that.
I mean, like, okay, so the FG, yeah, it did receive a nerf in its fire rate, I believe. But, and then if that's the case, then should it be still be part of that gentleman's agreement? Because in my opinion, it doesn't compete with the likes of the STG or the bar, like anymore in a sense. I guess in the more long range maps, maybe like Oden's Forest or Gibraltar, but it's not that go-to AR anymore. Whereas the car, I know it also received like a little bit of a nerf with regards to its ADS speed, I believe it was. So maybe yes, no. I believe that the power that it has in the fire rate is still a little bit overpowered, but the duelist basic training, I do believe that has to go, or it has to be nerfed, or at least put into a like a banned category,
I
and
agree.
or or such. That
Yeah, yeah,
that was it's a little bit unfair in
yeah,
my opinion, and
yeah.
a lot of players will agree with
I
that.
agree, and I know a lot of players will agree with you. I've tested the STG this following week, leading up or after the major, and I do agree with most people now that the agreement is needed and is so much better. It's more competitive, and so can't wait for that to get underway. But yes, this game is between Bravado and White Rabbit in the final of the Stage 2 eliminations. We are just busy having a host check. I think we are It's only Scara that's in the game of White Rabbit. We are still waiting for
Hmm.
Sharpie, uh, Koala, and a Viper. That's the team of White Rabbit. And then obviously from Bravado, it's Rahil, Inferno, Lithium, and Cerberus. And yeah, that's going to be quite interesting. I would like to know from the chat, what do you guys think about this last weekend? Do you guys have any team that caused an upset? Do you guys know of any players that you think shined throughout? And who do you think is the biggest chokers of this weekend? Maybe drop a comment in the chat. I'll get to them as we go along. I can see Frosty is in the chat. He says Alton got those 15 kills in Search and Destroy using those duelist. Yeah, that duelist pistols is it was quite insane. You can
Yeah.
literally cross map people with that without aiming. So yeah, it's one of those things, and it's part of a gentleman's agreement now that Bravado has agreed to, and I think we're gonna see it here as well. As we just wait a bit longer to get this underway. Just and then speaking about
Yeah.
the future, let's speak a bit about the future. We know Brad will be leaving the or not the scene, not the Godzilla scene. He'll still be involved, but he's
Just the
leaving.
country,
Yeah,
really. Yeah,
he's
yeah.
just
Just the
leaving the
country.
country, and we'll probably see him online with. Wait, before I say anything else, maybe Brad, explain to people your idea on that little thing you wanted to do.
So, well, yeah, I hope it's the thing that you're referring to. Yeah, I hope I get it right. But yeah, so basically, I'm sure if you're like a big, Call of Duty fan, especially with regards to competitive and such, And more often than not, I believe it's MLG who hosts these almost like a talk show before every single. I think it's just the pro leagues. I don't think it's the lands themselves. I think it's just the pro league like stages and such. But they do host a thing called a hot mic, and that's where they get one of the casters or like a MC in a sense, and then they get 4 other players, one from each team of the competing teams at that weekend, of course. And then it's almost like a fun little talk show where they ask questions and they make jokes and there's banter, and it's quite entertaining. So I believe that CODs that they could actually do something very similar, and then like I do think that a lot of the local fans of the Call of Duty scene can actually enjoy something like that. So that's the idea for the future within maybe like the like once I get settled into the UK, Dalray will definitely be involved in this like too. I'm sure I would love to see him on the show as well and such. And yeah, there's a lot of players and personalities that I'm sure at the local scene would would love to see on the show and love to hear their 2 cents about a certain topic.
I think that's a great idea. I know we all about, or I know you as well, put it out on Twitter that the biggest way to grow the community is content creation, and I think that's a big leap towards that. People with vlogs at LANs would love to see those come out as well. I know Brad has one for us as well coming out soon. So I can't wait to see if that can get underway and how it will develop in things. But I think everyone is fine with the host as we just wait a little bit longer. I'm just going to switch to the maps quick to see what maps we're going to be running through. And here are the maps in front of you. We're going to start off in this grand final of the VS Gaming Stage 2 elimination between Bravado and White Rabbit on London Docks, Hardpoint, and then we'll move along to USS Texas, Search and Destroy. Then we'll see a flag tower capture the flag. We'll see our second HP on Saint Marie du Mont, and then our last one will be on Ardennes Forest. And yeah, as I said, it's going to be quite interesting between these 2 teams. But just backing up and speaking a bit more on HP. Now, here's the biggest thing for me, Brad, is if we look at London Docks HP, that last map of this weekend's LAN where Ian did play Bravado, Ian closed it in some fashion, but I'm quite surprised that London Docks is in the rotation after the game Bravado had against Ian.
Sorry, Dalray, I can't hear you. You're breaking up a little bit for me. I'm not too sure what the issue is.
I'm just going to check it anyway. But okay, just to recap what I said. London Docks HP was the last map we saw at this weekend's major, and Ian closed it in quite convincing fashion when they played Bravado. I think the score was like 250 to 80 something, but that's in the past. Now we're looking at this London.
Did very well.
Yeah, and now we're checking at this London Docks. I'm quite surprised to see London Docks in after seeing what Ian did to Bravado on it.
I mean, like, I'm sure that that White Rabbit are just feeling, a little bit more comfortable on that map compared to others. I mean, I know that. Well, I think in all aspects of their team, Bravado are very strong in their SMG slaying and their AR slaying. So I'm assuming that WRG are just feeling a little bit more comfortable on the smaller maps. So yeah, they could be feeling a little bit more confident on these maps and such. And so yeah, I know that a lot of the teams and such have said that the WRG are a better online team than the LAN team. So maybe we'll see in this. Maybe they're just aren't too comfortable on LAN as of yet. I know that they're a very good team and they have proved themselves online. So maybe they could actually do very well in this matchup.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of the most interesting HPs that we will see. And then USS Texas again. I'm going to be brutally honest here. I'm going to look out for Inferno, how he's going to play on USS Texas with a gentleman's agreement, because we know he likes the car and the dual pistols. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what he's going to run on USS Texas.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, have they all agreed to this
Yes.
gentleman's agreement?
Yes,
all right?
they have.
Oh, they have. Okay, interesting. Okay. then I would expect obviously the next sniper rifle in line would be that M1903. It's a little bit of a slower fire rate, but more damage. Its scope is a bit strange, a little bit tough to get used to, but yeah, and then with regards to the pistols, I mean, I would expect a machine pistol, to be honest, in the hands of Inferno, because that'll be that is the favored pistol after the do list, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And then we'll go along to Flag Tower, capture the flag. Another fast pace search and just capture the flag. It's gonna be quite interesting how that one plays out, but I think it's gonna play more into the hands of Bravado. Their SMG power is insane when it comes to a close quarter gunfight like Flag Tower. I think Bravado is probably gonna come out on top on that one.
Yeah, I would say so too. I just think from this last weekend especially, I saw them dominate. I think most, if not all, of the teams that they came across on Flag Tower CTF. They played very, very, very well. And I mean, yeah, the boys from White Rabbit were just a little bit inconsistent this weekend, especially when it came to maps, modes such as capture the flag and search and destroy. I think, yeah, they just struggle a bit. So yeah, I would like to see what they can do in this matchup, especially on that map, Black Tower.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting, that one as well. And then I think we will be seeing a fourth map. If my predictions might serve me right, I think it's going to be a 3-1 to Bravado. So we will be seeing a Saint Marie if my predictions are right. But Saint Marie Hardpoint, I don't know what to say about this map. I think it favors not either side when I look at this map.
It's a very weird map. I mean, you can either play it really well, and that means like you're in my opinion, I think it's I don't know. It's a very strange map. Like obviously, like you look at your sub players mostly on that map, but then again, spawns also very important. So it's almost like you have to have like your submachine gun players play a lot of the OBJ as well as the spawns, since the spawns are like very sensitive, I'd say, on that map. I don't know, it's a very weird map, but yeah, if you're very strict and disciplined on that map, I think that's the team that'll come up. Obviously, more disciplined with regards to their pushes and with regards to the spawn play and stuff, I think. But in saying that, that'll be Bravado in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, and then if we see a map 5, I've seen enough map 5s after this weekend, but if we see another one, I'm already going to give this to Bravado. I know their Ardennes Forest Search and Destroy is extremely strong.
Yeah, I've seen them. Well, I saw them play the map only once or twice this last weekend, but I don't think that they lost a Ardennes S&D. But also, I know that this last weekend's Bravado's Search and Destroy was very, very, very strong. I was very impressed by their Search and Destroy. I mean, I don't think they dropped their Search and Destroy to EN in that grand final, if I'm not mistaken. I think they only dropped their respawns. I believe that they took every single search and destroy off the likes of EN, and that to me was very impressive. I was very impressed by the search and destroy gameplay there.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. So overall predictions, Brad, I'm definitely gonna call this to Bravado in a 3-1 possible, or 3-0 possible 3-1. I don't know if you have the same idea there.
I would like to see something more than a 3-0 in the favor of Bravado, but I do think it'll be 3-0. I do think it'll be 3-0 in the sides of Bravado. I just think that these maps that are displayed now would be in Bravado's favor. I mean that London Docks, HP, very strongly. Like I lean very strongly towards the BVD side. S&D, once again, Bravado very strong on that, and Flag Tower CTF. I just think that on that map, being very close quarters, I just think that's where Cerberus and Lithium and Inferno are just gonna excel. And I mean, the only CTF map that I could possibly see WRG take, that would have been Ardennes, but obviously that's not the case. It's a Flag Tower, so yeah, I think it'll be 3-0 in the favor of Bravado.
Yeah, I agree with you, as I think all the players are up and ready to play. I hope we don't see any 1 bar or 2 bars. So I switch back here,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully we can get a complete full bar lobby. It's an online tournament, so it's one of those things we can't have any control over. Telcom might have their day, ESCOM might have their day. You never know what's going to happen. Um, but yeah, London Docks Hardpoint, and if you have just joined us, this is the VS Gaming Stage 2 Elimination Grand Final between Bravado Gaming and White Rabbit, and I think we are all ready to go. I'm just having a look at the teams. I see Koala, I see Sharpie, I see Scara and Viper. That's the team of White Rabbit, and then I see Cerberus, Lithium, Inferno, and Rail, and that's the team of Bravado. And I think we all are already. Cherry, you are in here. I'm in here, and
I mean,
Raises.
yeah.
You.
I really want to see Sharpie do well and excel this series. I really want to see Sharpie actually take it to Bravado and actually help WRG as much as he can. From this last weekend, he played very well. I just hope it takes on and they can actually take a map of the Goliaths that is Bravado. I really want to see Sharpie do well. Yeah.
It's gonna be quite interesting to see how White Rabbit plays. I know they took an L this last weekend against Bravado, I think in a 3-0 fashion. So it's gonna have,
yes.
yeah, they're gonna have to bounce back, and hard they need to. It's going to be a difficult match for White Rabbit, but definitely not counting them out. They are a quality side, quality players, and can't wait to get this underway. And Brad, the guy you want to start off with?
Start off the bat, the man who was my MVP from the weekend, the most consistent from that Bravado side. Let's give it to Dylan, to Bravado Lithium. He played very well this last weekend, as mentioned before, and especially on London Docks. I just think in general, I don't think in the hard point, but I think it's CTF as well. I believe he was very strong. So I would love to see him off the break of this map right now.
Yeah, and we are on board with Lithium, the captain of Bravado, as he almost gets into heal and gets taken out there by Viper, as Viper gets a crucial shot there with the STG. And as I mentioned, this is the gentleman's agreement that they will be running no FGs, no Scars, no dual pistols. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how teams play without those three powerhouse guns.
Yeah, definitely. I just think as well, just with the whole SCG and bar meta, I just think that's a little bit more entertaining to watch. As where when the players use the FG42 assault rifle, obviously the gameplay was just it was just a little bit slower, just a little bit boring. It wasn't, and it was also like very like I want to say annoying to play against at times. So I just think with the whole FG being nerfed situation now, I just think it's a little bit, you know, more entertaining for the spectator as well as the player. It's just a little bit more enjoyable to watch, and you know, as well as the player.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
definitely is. And just spectating Dylan there, you could see the crucial spawn that he did fetch for his team. He now gets taken out, but look at Royals. He's 6-1, 6-2, make it 6-2. He just dies there, but big kill there for Sharpie at the back, giving his team that spawns. And now they can maybe pinch Bravado in and take control over that hill. It's just going to be a bit difficult. That's 3 down now for White Rabbit. And 4 down, so that's a great hold there for Bravado. And the biggest thing for me is just you're winning your gunfights. And unfortunately, White Rabbit couldn't do that there.
Yeah, they're not too far off the slaying department with the amount of kills right now, though. I mean, like, it's very close. The only player or two that's struggling is Scara and Sharpie as of right now. But I mean, like, you know, it's after the second hill. They're about to get into the third hill on the left hand side of your minimap right now. I mean, you know, they're not too far off with regards to the kills, but it just looks like, you know, Bravado are just getting the correct kills, you know, in the hill. They're getting it around the hill, they're getting it around the spawns and such, so it's working in their favor. I mean, yeah, I mean, going into the next hill right now, obviously White Rabbit have the control, and the Bravado team is very spread out right now, so these guys to break this hill would opt to get together and just, you know, pinch the hill, you know.
Yeah, the biggest guy now for me to look out for is Inferno, as he's playing with his teammate Rahil, currently in a beer, as they try to work out a pinch. I do think he spots one, but Sharpie or Koala gets a crucial kill there on Inferno, just to give his team the extra advantage on this hill as White Rabbit is busy crawling their way back into this, getting the kills, the necessary kills as they bring it in within 5, and they're going to take the lead for the first time
Wow.
on this down below Docks hill as Raheel picks up two crucial kills there as he's 12 and 6 and working on streaks.
Definitely, and I'm going to go into this this beer hill right now. I'm looking at Viper, and I think he's timing out, Dalray, if I'm not mistaken. That doesn't look good. I believe he's timing out. That's very unfortunate. I believe there you go. He times out, unfortunately.
Yeah, can't stop the game.
He can join back. Yeah. Luckily, he can join back, but we have to join back just before around that 200 point mark. Otherwise, then he's going to get that that option where it says that the match is just about to end, and he will, you know, be unable to join. So as of right now, 3v4 situation. Bravado do have the spawns. They do have the heal, and never mind. Actually, Scara picking up 1 kill in the back. He does contest the spawns right now, but you know, Bravado with the heal right now, getting all the points, and you know, with the timeouts, it doesn't help White Rabbit at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I thought, as I said before, internet, we can't control. It's an online tournament, and we know Viper has his fair share of timeouts, but he's back as soon as he can, and there he is, and we'll jump on board with him. We can see he's, Cerberus is on a 1 bar for some reason, 11 and 8. Viper's on a 2 bar, so hopefully those two can sort it out as we are still on board here with Cerberus. He's at the PPSH in this cranial. Is he going to spot one? Yes, he does, but has advantage. And that's the thing of Bravado at the moment, that you could see. Obviously they know, obviously they know Cerberus is 1 barring, so send him to heal, let him get the time, and that's exactly what he is doing. So the great call there from them. But the guy now for me that needs to make a change here is Viper with his timeout.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, he's not doing too bad as of right now. You know, 3 and 2 after rejoining back. But right now, I mean, you know, like I said before the match started, Sharpie was my guy from White Rabbit to look at, and as of right now, he's going 9 and 20, only 1 second. You know, in the hill, he's not in the greatest for his team, so we need to pick that up. And as of right now, after the first rotation of hills, Dalray, Bravado are leading 140 to 70 points, and that's a big margin. Just after about 4, maybe 5 hills, it's a big margin.
Yeah, it most definitely is a very big margin as Inferno is 50. Yeah, 9 kill streak from him. He's 50 away. Oh, and he does die there.
Does eventually drop.
Yeah, does drop, but we can see that Inferno has the fighter pilot glide bomb and the brine machine, as I call it, the flamethrower, and Lithium as well. He's all 3 as well. So score streaks in this mode and in this map are very crucial to break and hold heals. So it's going to be an uphill battle for White Rabbit, just to take control again. And the big guy now for me is Sharpie. You can see he's sitting ill. He's 13 and 22. He needs to get those streaks. The streaks now rain down from Bravado, and don't know what was the use of the streaks there, as he doesn't pick up anyone.
Yeah, well, you know, it's okay right now. I mean, like, the only thing that they could have used it on was the spawns. Maybe that was the goal, and he just failed to pick up the player. But yeah, as of right now, Bravado are around that hill right now. Not so much the spawns, but right now it looks like Inferno is actually opting to pull out his fighter pilots. Only able to pick up one player, and that's going to be Viper. Now, WRG have the spawns as well as the heal, though, right?
Yeah, and they need to hold it as long as they can, as they are in a big deficit at the moment. But it's still in the hands of Bravado. White Rabbit is going to have rotation down, but the big guy for me, yet again, look at Inferno spawning right behind the White Rabbit guys. So I don't know if White Rabbit has read this at all. He has a nice head glitch to work with here if he doesn't get timing. But I think White Rabbit already knows where Inferno is.
Definitely, but now he's going to be supported by his teammate. That is going to be Cerberus. Going to be in the same vicinity. Does get taken out up to Cerberus, the last alive around this hard point, as Lithium is going to get shot in the back. So there, White Rabbit do have control of the hill right now, as well as some of the good spawns, as well as that mid area. So right now, right off the break of this hill, WG advantage to them. The hills are going in their favor as of right now, and if they were to mount a comeback, they would have to get about 20, maybe 30 seconds left of this hill, and then up to you know, to rotate and get those spawns at the top of your minimap for the next hill, which is going to be that beer hill. But right now, play number 2, that's going to be Inferno
Sharpie.
spawning there and messing around with these spawns right now.
Yeah, it's
Big 2-piece from Inferno getting the spawns to the next hill. There you
yeah,
go.
Sharpie is going huge at the moment. He's on streaks, so that's gonna go come
see
up
that.
clutch big time for his team, as he's on a 5 streak, picking up some players there. And White Rabbit's doing a very good job crawling their way back into this, as Sharpie gets his fighter pilot glide bomb and artillery, I think it is, or the mortar strike. I think it's the
mortar. It's a mortar
yeah,
strike,
the mortar
yes.
strike. So doing a good job, and they've got spawn at the back here.
And they have spawns.
Yeah, so they're doing a good
Well,
job
that's
getting
it.
back. They're only in a 50-point deficit. They just need to break this and get the pinch in if they can. That's 3 down.
3 dead.
So that's a good opportunity now for them, as I jump abroad with Rail, trying to get spawns for BBD.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is a big hill for the side of WRG. I mean, if they get the loss remaining 21, 22 points in this hill right now, that'll put them within 20 points of the score of you know, BBD. And you know, I'm very surprised by that. I'm very surprised because, you know, I called that you know, Bravado are very slay heavy and they're very good on a map such as London Docks. And as of right now, Bravado are spawning out. They're spawning all the way on the other side of the map, and that's, you know, advantage in the rotation for the side of WRG, Dalray.
Yeah, WRG doing a great job at the moment, getting kills and getting these spawns as well, as score streaks come in there from Lithium again. Yeah, I think it was Lithium there. So they need to break this. It's Inferno in crucial kill there, but gets traded out. So that's good as well. Lithium, and that's 3 down now for White Rabbit. So advantage Bravado at the moment as I've jumped on board with Sharky. Sharky's still at the back, your team shots coming in, and that's unfortunate. But Bravado did a great job breaking, but it's up to White Rabbit to break right back.
And I believe Lithium still has a glide bomb. Yes, he does. He has a glide bomb as well as his Brian machine, as you would say, Dalray. But as of right now, it looks like Bravado are going to hold on to these final 10 seconds of this crane hill. But WG are ready and set up for that first hill back at that middle of the map at the statue. And hopefully they can get enough points to not give Bravado that you know, that lead and that map win, and then ultimately have a chance to rotate to that next hill. So yeah, right now the streaks are going to come out from Lithium. It does manage to pick up one, and all kills are going to the side of Bravado as of right now. Bravado do have that hill control, and there comes the mortar, Dalray.
Yeah, score streaks very important when it comes to a hard point, and crucially on this map, very open indeed. But White Rabbit needs to do everything they can to get back into this game. They're only 36 points down. Great outcome for them, even having it play a timeout, and Max going up absolutely huge. He's on a 5 streak, 31 and 29. He's almost on streaks. Is that the gun? Is that a challenge needed to take?
Yeah,
yes,
he got them.
And he gets it. So that is crucial for his team. Rotation is going to come down again, but it's in the hands of Bravado, and now Koala is going to use his fighter pilot.
He needs to go big with these streaks, Dalray. That's 2 dead.
That is
That's 2
2
in the
dead.
favor.
Oh my good,
word.
Scara with the
And
biggest.
White Rabbit at the hill, and White Rabbit at the hill. Oh
This,
my word.
this is huge.
They're spawning
Scara,
hill.
if he did not get that kill in hill, that would have been another story. But they know exactly where Bravado is spawning. Scara probably not the right idea now to peek, as he's. Oh my! Scara getting 2 kills there. Is he gonna get the third? He's on streaks as well now.
Oh
They
my
can finish
word.
it right here if Bravado
Bravado
doesn't push
now.
in.
That's game. I think that's game.
That is game, and
my word, that's game.
no way!
Oh
This-
my word.
And
Oh my word.
my word, White Rabbit, when Sheldon or Viper joined back that game after having a timeout, White Rabbit just absolutely pitched up. I don't know if Bravado thought, okay, well, he timed out, it's game over already, but White Rabbit hitting hard, not missing any shots, trading it out, getting those spawns, and ultimately just a well played
Oh my goodness.
latter court from them. So well done to White Rabbit, absolutely stunning Bravado in that HP, taking it 250 to 238. Stunned, Brad.
Dalray, I'm at a loss for words right now. I mean, Bravado dominated that entire map up until I believe it was that final beer hill or that crane hill, and I mean it was just going, you know, contest for contest. But then White Rabbit ultimately just holding some of the scrap, holding more time of the major hills than their opponent's Bravado, and then ultimately just that rotation at that bus hill, at that second hill of that rotation, which is crucial. I mean, Scara had streaks, Koala had streaks, Sharpie called in his fighter pilot. Everyone had streaks, and everybody just contributed. And on that final rotation, wow, I'm stunned.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. I
No,
thought that was Bravado's
yeah,
in the bag.
I had to say, like, Bravado had that in the bag. But just looking at the score here, I want to highlight something. Look at Inferno. Yes, obviously nice 32 kills, but the big thing for me is when you're looking at time, and he's got 8 seconds in hill, and we just revert back to White Rabbit. Look at them. There's one guy with 3 minutes. There's one guy with 1 minute. You can count Sharpie as a 1 minute. You got Viper obviously slacking a bit with the time in hill, but he did time out, and he did come back to drop 21 kills. It's, I don't know, White Rabbit just
That's crazy.
came back hitting hard. Bravado lost too many spawns in my opinion. They lost too many gunfights in my opinion, and they don't have enough players just stacking the hill. If you look at Rahil and Inferno, but well done to White Rabbit. Played it exceptionally well when Viper joined back, and yeah, stunned Bravado.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, props to all the players from the WRG side. I don't think that there's any
just
player
changed the
there that
Costa.
actually didn't.
Sorry for
Already
interrupting
done.
you.
Yeah, we did that. No worries. But yeah, I mean, if you look at the White Rabbit side from that last hard point there, I mean, I don't think that you can point out a single player from that side who didn't contribute. I mean, yeah, obviously, Viper did time out, but the thing is, he brought it back to 21 kills, and ultimately, Cerberus at the end of that match, he didn't even time out, and he had 24. Viper was
Yeah.
very close there. So I mean, he put in his contribution as such, and yeah, that just ultimately led to that the first map going to the side of White Rabbit. I'm very surprised by that.
Yeah,
I'm
very surprised indeed. And as we said, our second map is Search and Destroy on USS Texas. And as I said, the guy I'm looking forward to here is Inferno. Now, yes, there is a gentleman's agreement, so there's no more can't deal pistols. So he's using the M1903 with the machine pistol, and we'll see if he's just as deadly with it.
Definitely, yeah. Obviously, the scope is a little bit weirder. It's not those two lines going from from top to bottom and from left to right. It's a little bit more of a weird, sight. It's a little bit harder to get used to. But once you hit a player, they're out. They're eliminated 100%. There's no hit markers. Oh, Viper. I thought that was Inferno's 100%.
Yeah, Viper having a filthy play there from him, as it
Wow.
puts them in a 4v2 situation. And let's jump on board with the bomb carrier, Lithium, and we'll see where he's going to push up. Still pushing.
It looks
But
like
the
right
big thing now
now-
for me is look at the players from Bravado, and probably, oh, now they're getting back to each other. I thought that Lithium would run off a bit and get lost, but they need to stick together, and I think coming from behind, he did hear him. Oh, gets shots down, but Rahil
Ooh.
does help him, and ultimately saves his life there. But Viper
There's the
getting
trade.
a crucial nade in there, and more players will be pushing him. But that's a great first round there for White Rabbit. Played it extremely well. That sniper shot put White Rabbit in the green, you could say.
Yeah, definitely. I was very surprised that that Viper actually got that snipe. I mean, Inferno was scoped out onto the exact same spot that Viper, eventually peaked and such. But now Viper ending that round 2-0 on a 2-kill streak, and yeah, that was a good round from the White Rabbit guys. They're getting the first blood. Viper getting that pick on Inferno with the sniper, so there's no other picks from the side of Bravado. But now it's White Rabbit's turn to attack, and they're gonna opt to go to this A site.
Yeah, and we'll see them pushing now all the way to A. Scara or his teammates did throw stun, so they have some insight on players being at the A bomb. I think he's just going to jump through. Yes, he does. He knows Lithium is down there. Oh, and he beams him with that PPSH shot. And, oh, is it Scara? Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Rahil gets a nade in there. Cerberus jumps on the bomb head glitch. And it's a 2v3 at the moment. It's Sharpie and Viper versus Cerberus, Rahil and Inferno. And let's see how Viper and Sharp intends to play this. Sharp, is it Viper or Sharp? Yeah, it is Viper. Viper with the sniper. Oh, now picks up the PPSH. A very good call from him.
Good.
I think he's gonna get bombed
And then
down.
Optic
It's
gets
up
on
to
the
Sharpie
bomb.
now just to protect him.
Cerberus, will he pick up? Yeah, there you go. It's 1v3 now for Sharpie lost alive. He is tagged up. I believe he's lagging.
He's lagging.
Oh no. I think that's the host because I see 3 players actually dropping down to 1 bar.
Yeah,
That's
I think.
strange.
Oh my word. Oh my
Sharpie
word.
to pick up 2. I'm not so sure if that. Wow. Oh, okay,
my.
he is going to be able to get the bomb. Inferno's going to be lost up. Inferno doesn't manage to pick him up in the 1v1. So,
like,
thank goodness for
I don't
Inferno
think
being there,
that was
wow.
a 2-bar, but sheesh, the man absolutely
Wow.
gunning.
He was.
He wasn't missing a
miss.
shot, but
He did not miss.
Yeah, well played from Inferno, just peeking at the right time there. So that's one apiece now. Hopefully the lag does disappear and doesn't influence anyone's game. As I think I want to jump on or draw. I think they ended the round.
They're actually going to end it.
Yeah, I think it's probably the best call
Most of them
because
is
you want to be as fair as possible when it comes to 1 barring and 2 barring and such. Hopefully they can sort out their lines, and we'll get back into this. Obviously, that's first 1 to 5 now. And when we jump back into this, as both teams have 1 point, and yeah, quite crazy HP we had there, Brad.
Wow, Mike, Dalra, you cannot tell me that you expected that to happen. Like, well, okay, for one, you did not. You can tell me right now that you expected WRG, but not in that fashion. That was ridiculous. That entire map was dominated by Bravado, and then at the last minute, WRG just took it out of their hands. And wow, all the streaks came raining down, and the rotations came in, and everything. It was insane. That was an insane hard point.
For sure. I just think Bravado thought, okay, listen here, the one guy timed out. We can maybe just sit back and take this one. And White Rabbit just came back and, well, ultimately took it away from Bravado.
Yeah, so obviously right now, White Rabbit have the advantage in the map count. They're 1-0. And so my prediction being 3-0 to Bravado completely down the drain. I believe Dalra, yours was 3-1.
Yeah.
So your prediction is still there and such. But as we mentioned before, Bravado very good at their search and destroy gameplay, especially at this last weekend at the Afro Esports LAN hosted by ACGL. So this could be going to the Bravado side, but if it's anything like the first map, Dalray, I mean, our predictions could be completely wrong. White Rabbits could be, they could be showing up to play tonight, and yeah, I'm very happy for that. It's not a complete whitewash. Yeah, we actually have a game in our hands, what it looks like.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm getting the heads up that Keaton Cerberus is 1 barring, so they're playing with their coach Viper. I think he's gonna get on now, but if I'm not correct, I think maybe when you start a map with 1 player, you have to finish the entire map with that 1 player. I might be wrong, but if memory serves me correct, I think that is the rules. But obviously, if White Rabbit agrees, then so be it. I'm not 100% sure on that rule, but we'll have Viper in here, and we'll get to this game as soon as possible.
The sniper.
As we just have a look at the maps again, we'll see Flak Tower after this search and destroy. Then 100% sure we'll be seeing a Saint Mary du Mont, unless White Rabbit takes a 3-0, Brad.
Wow, that'll be very impressive. That'll be very impressive, and also goes to the statement that I made that that White Rabbits look like a better team online than on LAN. Like, and that's in my opinion, because I know the players and such. I can just see them being a lot more comfortable online, in the comfort of their own space and such. And then on LAN, it's obviously very different to the comfort of their own space, as I mentioned. So, to me, that's White Rabbit, in my opinion. A lot better online and such. So, it's nice to see a contest here between them and Bravado.
Yeah, it's gonna be one hell of a contest. Probably one of the biggest rivalries when it comes to well, not just COD but South African
I believe it's
esports.
Dota.
Yes,
I
one
believe
of
Dota, they're
yeah,
very close.
very big rivalry. I know Energy Esports and Bravado is a big rivalry. So does Energy Esports and White Rabbit. So those three are probably the biggest rivalries in South Africa at the moment. It's going to be quite interesting to see how this plays out, as it is Viper that's in here as I cross over to Codcaster. But yeah, as you see the maps there, we're going to see a flag tower after this. Then after the flag tower, if White Rabbit does not take it in a 3-0 fashion, that we all think probably not, as Bravado is a very strong team, then we'll be seeing a Saint Marie de Mont Point. And then our last map will be an Ardennes Forest Search and Destroy. It's a one apiece in Search and Destroy, so it's a first one to 5 when we restart this, due to players one barring. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we're ready right now. I think Inferno was the last player that we were waiting for. I believe he just joined. Not too sure if the Blazers are given the go ahead as of right now, but yeah, when you go back into the search and destroy on USS Texas, it'll be first to 5 rounds as we ended our first intermission of that match 1-1. Either team taking a map off, not a map, a round off each other, and yeah, we're ready when the players are. To be honest, not too sure what's going on right now.
Yeah, looks like I'm still waiting. I did not get the go ahead from them yet. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, as I said, it's going to be a quite a big contested affair. They are saying they're just waiting on Dylan for a bit. But yeah, let's just quickly see what the people are saying on COD Zero. I don't see anything here yet. But I would like to get to the players in the chat. Obviously, you guys are probably as stunned as we are after that first HP. But what is your prediction in the search and destroy? We know it's one apiece, so it's the first one to 5, as we've mentioned million times before. But what do you guys think? Do you think White Rabbit is going to take the search and destroy as well and have a 2 map count advantage over Bravado? Or do you think it's just going to be straight WRG or straight Bravado? We don't know. What's your predictions? Please get into the chat. Hopefully before the game starts we can get to your prediction.
We all know that defending is a little bit more easier on, I believe, all of the search and destroy maps. So it just it'll mainly come down to those attacking rounds and just seeing how each team goes about attacking each bomb site. So, and in saying that, I think it would come down to Inferno. I mean, Inferno and as well as Viper from the opposing side, just with their picks, those initial picks and such. So, you know, I could see this going the distance. This map going the distance. Yeah, I don't have a favorites for this map per se, or just off those last 2 rounds that we saw there, Dalray.
Yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see who comes out on top, who has the better team chem, you could say, just trading, getting first bloods, and I can't have any more emphasis on that first blood. Obviously, if you get that first blood, you give your team a man advantage, and it's all up to you, your team and your captain, maybe to then work out the strats and how we're going to keep this. So first blood's going to be very crucial. As we know, the sniper on Bravado side is Inferno, the sniper on White Rabbit side is Viper. So it's going to be quite interesting what happened. But the Viper you're seeing here currently on your screen is Bravado Viper. He is the coach and the fill-in at the moment, as Cerberus is the one barring. So as I said, we can't do anything about that, and we'll just wait to have the go ahead on that one. Just reading Crypto Waffle saying it's quite funny how someone times out every time you see Bravado play. I don't know, no comment on that one. See Caden Beadsworth is here as well. Royal Bucks gonna clutch up the SND, Sir Ace is saying. And then we have King Deuce here as well. Hello, Mr. Deuce. We've got Bliss here as well. Frosty is here as well. So we've got a few people in the chat. I'm still waiting for your predictions to come through. Bravado or White Rabbit, who have you got taking this search and destroy? And maybe if you want to give a bigger picture who's taking this whole series, then maybe drop it in the chat and I'll get to that. We
Mhm.
still wait for the call from Bravado.
It looks like Inferno is lagging. I believe Dylan replied to one of your tweets already. He said that the two of their players are on a 2-bar and one of them is on a 1-bar. I believe that 1-bar would be Keaton. That's why he's being subbed out for Viper.
Oh,
And the other two, that would be Inferno and then maybe Rael. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it looks like internet is getting the best of Bravado as of right now.
yeah, that is true.
But yeah.
And I can see Lithium saying, don't forget to mention two of our players are 2-barring
hmm
and one is one on a 1-bar and can't even play the rest of the series. Obviously, just a retaliation, you could say, from Lithium. They're saying it's not all of us just full barring or that losing that first HP. As I said, it's an online tournament. So yeah, it's all up to you and your line and Telcom and Escom and whatever else can have an influence. Astra Viper is in the chat. Can we play a round of bots? Haven't played in a while. Maybe we can start up a bots there so long if Josh can hear me. Maybe we have a free for all so long as Viper is wanting and we're going to get a free for all. You started there for you, Mr. Viper. Maybe just gonna have a minute or two for yourself to warm up as we're going to jump in back to the search and destroy as soon as we can. And I can see Akeres is in the chat as well. And yeah, unfortunately, it's one of those things about bars and internet connection and whatever. That's why people say it's your most real result when you go to a LAN or a LAN environment, and just proves who's the best over there.
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, we're going to a free-for-all, and it looks like the boys from Bravado are still experiencing some internet issues. Keaton and Alton, I think, are the main two right now. But yeah, I know that Inferno isn't at the BVD house as of right yet. He's still in Cape Town seeing his friends and family. Then he's going to be on his way back to the BVD house in Kempton Park in Johannesburg. So, you know, as I can actually see, they are lagging. Inferno still in that 2-bar. Viper also on that 2-bar. A little bit interesting.
Yeah, it is quite interesting, and it's all up to the
Rail
players.
also 2-barring.
Yeah, it's all up to the players how they would like to play this. As I said, we can't do anything, they can't do anything, and the game needs to go on. So obviously you're gonna have to play on a 2-bar, a 1-bar, or full bar. It's unfortunate, but it has
It has to play on.
Yeah, it has to happen. Viper saying lust this 2-bar. Yeah, it's one of those things that you need to handle. I honestly think that White Rabbit is gonna take this and BVD will take the matchup. Okay, so Ace is saying WRG is gonna take the search and destroy, and then Bravado is gonna take the whole match. Obviously, we're gonna see around 5 or map 5 then in your regard. So yeah,
Okay.
another map 5. I'm so tired of seeing map 5s, but damn, it's interesting.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm sure we're tired. I mean, the feeling from this last weekend is still in me. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I'm still catching up on some sleep from the weekend. I don't know if you are, Dario, but you were telling me before the stream went live that you're still exhausted.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm keen to see a map 5, but yeah, I want to go sleep.
yeah, it was quite exhausting this week, and probably the longest live stream that I was part of in a damn long time, or the longest one. Continuously talking and just getting so long. But yeah, we still wait. I don't think we can do anything else, as I think we give the players another minute or so just to stay in this free fall, and
Yeah,
then we'll jump.
Inferno did leave this lobby. I'm not too sure if he's going to be resetting or something. I'm not too sure what his plans are.
It's It's crazy. I don't know what to do or what we're going to do.
Just seems like there's always like something that's delaying or something that's that goes wrong, Dalray. It's all the South African internet that seems to be the problem.
Yeah,
Often,
if you're ever looking to moving down to South Africa, and you want a good internet line,
watch
just
out for the
don't.
internet.
Yeah, just don't.
Yeah,
Like-
just don't come to SA.
Yeah.
Just don't come to SA.
Yeah, come to SA. It's nice places to see. You got Table Mountain. You got all the lions in our roads running around and shit. But and we got a water crisis in Cape Town. So yeah, come down to
Everything's just going wrong.
yeah, just come
Everything's
down to
just
South
going wrong.
Africa, but don't expect any water, and don't expect any good line. So
Oh my goodness.
it's one of those things that is going to happen and whatever. But I think we're just gonna maybe jump to a screen again, because it's gonna take a Tilla, if I say it correctly. Thanks for subscribing, as you are met there by Conor
Lithium's
McGregor,
inviting me.
and to a game.
I believe so, yeah, into a lobby, in a party. He's with Inferno and himself. I'm not too sure. I'll join them, see what's cooking.
Yeah, maybe they
But
want
yeah,
maybe they
let's-
want to host. I don't know. But in the meanwhile, as we sort this out, I'm just gonna jump to the start screen again. And if you got any questions, I'll message on the chat itself. And this game will probably start in the next 2 to 3 minutes again, as I jump to the start screen. And I'll see you guys just now again. Okay, and welcome back. I think we got it all sorted. And we are, I think all 10 is here. And I think Lithium is going to be hosting to see how this this works. But if you have just joined us, it's the VS Gaming Grand Final of the Stage 2 Eliminations between Bravado and White Rabbit. And White Rabbit did have I don't know, it was a crazy matchup, that first HP that we did see. And White Rabbit came out on top 250 to 220 something or 230 something with a timeout.
238, I believe.
Yeah, 238 or something like that. Players were 2 barring, 1 barring, 3 barring. It was crazy. So that HP probably not the real hard picture that you would see. But one of those things, it's an online tournament, so we can't deal with it. We have to deal with it. Nothing we can do about it. So that first HP went to White Rabbit. Then we went to the Search and Destroy on USS Texas, and both teams got 1 round until they said, "No, okay, call it quits," and they ended the game on 1 apiece. Players were lagging too much, players were timing out, and so they just stopped it and say, "Listen here, let's regather, maybe restart your line." And so we're going to restart this Search and Destroy USS Texas to 1 apiece. So obviously it's a first 1 to 5 now. And it's going to be quite interesting how these two snipers face off with each other, Inferno and Viper. Oh my goodness, I've made the wrong decision not to go to Godcaster.
Oh my word, Dalray, no.
No.
You're gonna have to message Dylan because you're streaming. You're gonna have to message Dylan and say sorry, please end it.
Yeah.
Dalray, no.
I'm too busy talking to the kids, dude. But yeah, hopefully he sees it and ends it for me. Sorry for the mistake. Caden Godcast, Dalray, L. No ways.
Yeah, everyone, just spam L's in the chat. Just
like,
spam L's in the chat.
No, Caden, I'm not that guy to roast, but I think it's time to roast my own team or my own player. And I think those L's that you see, there's probably as much L's as you've held this weekend. So I'm just gonna leave it at.
Caden.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Just tell Caden to spam about 5 or 6 L's in the chat, if you know what I'm trying to say. 5 or 6, you know what I mean.
Oh no. But at least I can see something as Rail and the Bravado guys just laying out at the moment. We can see the 2 bars, the people 2 barring on the side of White Rabbit. We've got myself 1 barring, but I'm not playing, so that doesn't matter. And we've got Viper.
2 barring.
Yeah, 2 barring, but the round goes to Bravado, and they now take a lead at 2-1. Caden says we are funny guys. No, just facts. Just facts.
But yeah, so that round obviously going to the side of Bravado. That was a very aggressive round from Bravado. I don't think they dropped a single kill. No, they didn't actually. Yeah, flawless round from their off.
Yeah, flawless from them. And now jumping on board with Rail. Rail has the STG in hand, and he has the machine pistol as well. This is another way of godcasting, probably just spectating one side, and I'll probably swap over to White Rabbit the next round to see what's clapping. But the first blood is going to the hands of White Rabbit, taking care of Viper,
Scara.
and Scara taking care of Lithium. It's up to Inferno and Rahil, as Inferno gets a crucial kill. They need to stick together now, as Inferno knows exactly where the players of White Rabbit is.
Yeah, as of right now, Rail's going to be watching from their base on that A side lane. He knows that there's a player on the bomb side. He's going to wait for this player. Going to opt to try and get him. He does manage to come up on top of that gunfight. It's a 2v2. It's better with another one. 1v2 right now. That's going to be Viper lost alive. He's in the back. A player is on the bomb side.
Word. That's over already.
Very well played. That's very well played. That's very well played from Bravado. They realized that that the last player was at the back of their base, and that all they had to do was just hop on bomb and let the last player just cover over them.
Yeah.
Easy.
It was well played from Bravado, but my big thing is we saw Scara just jumping out there like a headless chicken and just giving his life to Bravado. So I don't know what the strat was there, but Scara just maybe giving that round away, and that's exactly the guy I will be jumping on board now, as I can get to him. Viper, Scara, there we are. He's rocking the NV clan tag as well, and he's just opting to back out.
I'm gonna see now. Rael's gonna be tagging up one player. Gonna be killing that player. That player was on the B side. That's gonna be Koala, and it is traded out. So Scara and Rael both picking up a kill for either of their sides. Right, Scara picking up another kill. It is eventually traded out. So that's a 2v2 right now. Inferno 5-0. He does have streaks. He does have streaks. He's 25 points off of that flamethrower. He's gonna go up against Sharpie as well as Viper. Rael and Inferno yet to die. 5-0 and 4-0. They do have the bomb. That's gonna be Inferno with the bomb. He is tagged up heavily right now. And it looks like right now both White Rabbit players know exactly where the Bravado players are.
Yeah, Viper doing a crucial role. They're just sitting back, and Sharpie does spot Viper, or it is Inferno there. So he needs to team up with his teammate and maybe get that trade in. I think Sharpie
There's 10 seconds
might read it. Yeah, there's 10 seconds left. Is he gonna get the bomb down at B, or is he gonna? Yeah, no, he's still there. He needs to get that kill there. Viper must play this perfectly. Just sit back, and they do get that round.
Played.
So well played from White Rabbit and Viper and Co there.
But as of right now, if you're from the White Rabbit side, you should know that, you know, Inferno now 6-0, 775 score. You should have full streaks as of right now, and I hope that they're aware of that. I'm actually gonna hop on board with the guys from WRG and see if they all changed to Mountain. They have all changed to Mountain, so yeah, good you know, good decision from their side. They actually know what's cooking, they know what's going on. So right now you're gonna see White Rabbit opting to go to that A bomb site, and Sharpie and Koala as well as I just got DC'd.
No way. Got DC'd.
I just got DC'd.
Okay, but the player...
What is going on?
Welcome, internet, but Inferno is still streaked out. He's got his fighter pilot, glide bomb, and his flamethrower's bomb goes down on the B bomb site for White Rabbit. And now we'll see if... I think it's Lithium going all the way around. Oh, he does get taken out by Sharpie, so the first blood comes in there for White Rabbit. Inferno does get tagged up a bit. Raheel is now on the B-bomb side. He's going to take control. No, he does get taken out by Viper. Crucial kills there. Inferno trades out. It's left in a 2v2 between a Viper and only Viper now against White Rabbit, Scara and Koala, the two brothers. And we'll see if he can make a difference. But no, he does fall. And it goes to 2 apiece. They are all tied up at 3 apiece now. Just for the reasoning that we did play this USS Texas and they did end, so it was 1 apiece before we end, and now it's 2 and 2, so it's 3 all at the moment. There's nothing to separate these teams, but score streaks in the hands of Inferno, and probably the biggest thing when looking at USS Texas, there's a lot of cover on this map. If you have streaks, or if the enemy is using streaks, you can get into cover quickly and effectively. And as Lithium throws a stun there, he knows someone's going to push up. Inferno helps him out there, so the first blood goes to Bravado. I can see Brad is in the chat as well. And
yeah, can't really do much from our position.
Yeah, it's one of those things we can't control, and hopefully we can go back to normal in the CTF. Bomb is down. White Rabbit is down to 2. This should be Bravado's game unless they throw it away as White Rabbit did earlier. And one guy left, but Raheel takes care of them. And Inferno is 9 and 1. The man is, I think this guy is an SND, a god you could say. Just referred.
He's so good as a destroyer.
Referring back to this weekend's LAN, where the man was dropping 15 on the likes of Yen. Yeah, just a beast when it comes to search and destroy. But yeah, then you got Raheel 6 and 2 as well. You got Lithium, unfortunately not having a kill yet. I think we're gonna jump on board with him and see what he can do with the bar. Some people like the bar, some people like the STG, and this guy's opting for the bar. And Inferno getting an insane snipe there on Viper. Scara takes care of the other Viper. There's two Vipers, one on the side of White Rabbit, one on the side of Bravado. So if you get a bit confused, just look at your kill feed on the left hand side, as in Lithium now takes control over the B bomb site, or the A bomb site, sorry. You can see Inferno sitting back, just watching the flank from either side, either at the B bomb or bottom ship. Still has the fighter pilot to work with, and the flamethrower, or the Brine machine as I call it. I think Lithium has spotted one of the players from White Rabbit. They're playing it very passively at the moment, is White Rabbit, and I would like to see how they're going to counter up something against the likes of Bravado, as Bravado is well set up at the moment. Bomb does go down at B. Inferno has pushed up. Sharpie trades out Rail. The 2v2. Inferno is there. Oh, he almost gets a no-scope there. But does back out. Now Lithium gets the kill on Koala. They all know where this last guy is. He did give away his possession. He's lying down there. Sharpie! Oh! But Lithium with great help there from behind gets the kill. And looks like Inferno is on to his second batch of streaks, as he is 11-1 at the moment, trying to beat his probably his record at a LAN 15, and I don't know what it was, but he's close, so close to taking it even further, as he's 11-1. Bravado now one round away from taking this search and destroy. White Rabbit's gonna need to conjure up something quite quickly here before they lose this search and destroy.
I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello.
Are you here? Yeah.
What's happening?
Still Sharpie at bottom ship. He gets stunned. It's still all four up. Koala just beams down a couple of shots. No one picked up yet, and I think Scara Rail gets the first blood, so that's huge. Some streaks now come in from. Ooh, how did Viper kill himself? I don't know if it's. Don't know what happened there, but it's 3-all, and now the flamethrower of the Brine machine comes out from Inferno. Bomb goes down at A. Scara gets a kill, and now White Rabbit has the advantage at the moment over Bravado, having that one man, and there's already a man defusing the bomb. This should go down, yes, and White Rabbit gets the defuse there. So they edge out another round to come. It is 5-4 at the moment. The reasoning for that is they did play the search and destroy earlier, and it was one apiece before ending due to lag issues. And I would like to jump on board with Inferno. Inferno has another chance to get that glide bomb down and maybe kill. He's 11-1, as I said. He now throws a stun, and down bottom shit doesn't pick up stun. So he's going to be the aggressor, pushing all the way up to their bottom ship. And now glide bomb is called in. He's going to get some sight onto place. Is he going to pick up one? Yes, he does pick up Viper, so that's a crucial kill. Gives his team the man advantage. And they just need to keep this as firm as possible. Koala trades out. It's a 3v3 at the moment. Inferno gets taken out by Sharpie. Sharpie playing great corners at the bottom ship. And it's up to a Viper. Oh, Viper falling there to Koala. I thought he actually got him there. And Lithium gets the trade there. So it's all up to Lithium. Captain Courageous, like we saw him at the LAN. That crazy 1v1 against Rob. But the bomb is down at A. And it's Scara and Sharpie versus Lithium. See who comes out on top. Oh, bomb shot goes down, and Lithium does fall. It is round 11, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to round 11. The winner is going to take the search and destroy. First HP did go to White Rabbit. Now we'll see, one round away from seeing who's taking the search and destroy. It's going to be quite tough to see. And I think let's quickly jump on board. Where is Inferno? I just want to see if he has any more streaks to work with. He might have a flamethrower, and no, he does not have a flamethrower, so no streaks there from Bravado. to use, and Bravado is the attacking team, so I'll stick with them as Lithium and Inferno working well together, just pushing up as far as possible. Lithium's just checking if no one is at A. White Rabbit playing a great game, just playing it slow, not giving up their lives. And Sharpie gets Viper, so that's crucial for White Rabbit. Getting that first blood gives them the man advantage. They need to capitalize on that. Don't do anything stupid, just sit back. They need to get bombed down as Lithium gets out with his life. Inferno brings it to all equal. Rail just shooting people through steel, as it is a 3v2 at the moment in the hands of Bravado. And now 3v1. It's all up to the likes of Koala to conjure up something in a 3v1, and this might just be over for White Rabbit as Koala gets the kill there on Inferno. That's crucial. Now left in a 1v2 situation, not too much time to work with, and we'll see if he can maybe take out Lithium on this head glitch. As at the back there, it is I think it is Rael getting a kill there at the back. So GG's to Bravado. They take the search and destroy. Koala almost getting something done there, but GG's to Bravado as they bring it back. And first HP went to White Rabbit. This search and destroy goes to Bravado. So it's 1 apiece as they will be ending the game here. 1 apiece. And we're going to see a Flat Tower CTF, Brad. And we said
I want to see that.
We said
I want to see that.
yeah. Oh my goodness, are they still playing? Oh, it looks like they didn't regard the 1v or that 1-1 on that first host. Oh, so they are still
Wait,
playing
what?
on. Yeah, they did not take it into account, so they're still playing on. I don't know who who would agree to that, but it was 1 apiece. They're not taking that into account, so it's 5-4 still. Bravado 1 round away from taking this. Inferno getting a kill there on Scara. And ooh, Rael missing some shots there, and Koala takes care of him. Bravado Viper takes care of Viper, so 3v2. Viper gets another one on Koala, doing a good job there, and that is it. Bravado close it out. That is now the search and destroy, where Bravado takes the search and destroy 6-4, and yeah, GG's to them. They did not regard that other 1v1 or that other 1-1, and yeah, that was it. And well done to Bravado. They take the search and destroy. It's 1 apiece now. First HP did go to White Rabbit. This one goes to search and destroy. And Caden said, watch them lose now, not counting that 1-1. But he says, never mind, lol. And Bravado does take it 6-4. Brad, I think you can join back. The game.
Thank goodness.
The game has ended as I now can switch to Quadcaster Ls to me. And we're going to a Flat Tower CTF, and that's going to be quite interesting. We know Bravado has some insane PPSH players that can gun literally anything and everyone. So we'll see what they can conjure up. But White Rabbit, they are actually quite surprising me at the moment, playing well. They search and destroy. Only the 1 round that I could say, yeah, they threw it away was Scara jumping off a bomb for some reason, and then throwing his life away. And that's the only like downfall I could say for White Rabbit. Other than that, they played it quite perfectly. Bravado just a bit better, you could say. But we are jumping into the Flat Tower CTF. And Brad, your predictions on this one?
Oh, I think okay, well, in my dead honest opinion from that first map, I do believe that Bravado did take their foot off of the pedal a little bit, and yes, we could say that the internet did play a part in it. So if it was a dead even playing field, I'm hoping, well, no, not hoping. I would see Bravado take this very, very, very comfortably by a lead of maybe 2 or 3 caps. So maybe 3-1 to the side of Bravado, maybe 4-2.
Geez, like it's gonna be difficult, but I think Bravado might edge it out a bit. But let's hope no one lags. But as I say that, look at Viper and Royal 2-barring there. We got Sharpie and Viper on the other side 2-barring there. Both Vipers having problem, but Uh, it's an online tournament, nothing we can do about it, so we're gonna have to play with it. But the chat, please leave your predictions on the CTF. Who do you have taking the CTF? Give me a score there, and as we go along, I'll read it out. As Lithium does fall, Viper now takes out the other Viper, and that's one a piece down there. And if you're new to the Call of Duty scene, that's 4 down now for White Rabbit. The flag is going to be pulled, but is stopped for the meanwhile by Koala as he gets shot down on Inferno, but Inferno standing tall. And as I said, if you are new to CTF or Call of Duty, if you die in capture the flag, there is a 7 seconds spawn delay to maybe give your team the advantage to go pull the flag. I think it's the best idea that Inferno had, just playing it safe, just backing out, waiting for his players, getting shots down, and just attracting some attention from the White Rabbit players.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, as of right now, Bravado are all over that WRG base until this point right now, where White Rabbit are finally getting some map control on the right hand side of your minimap. As you can see, player number 6 and player number 5 eventually going to be pushing up right now. It's going to be these gunfights now, these initial gunfights. Player number 5 is going to be in the base. Bravado is going to opt to pull the flag. That's going to be Sharpie. He's very tagged up. I don't see him getting out of this situation very easily. He's going to be supported by a teammate. So this is a very weird situation as of right now. The player number 7, Scara, is actually going big for his team. He's actually going big for his squad. And the flag is eventually returned right there. Scara is still alive. He has 2 of his streaks, being the glide bomb as well as the fighter pilot, and he's 50 points off of that artillery strike. So we're going to see if he's going to eventually get it. He's going to meet with Bravado Viper. Going to have to see right now. He does manage to get the assist, so he's still 60 points off. And as of right now, both teams at a stalemate. They're both playing each other's bases. Lithium getting the kill on the left hand side of your minimap, almost traded, but kills going to the side of Bravado.
Yeah, that was crucial from I think it was Lithium taking care of Scara there, taking him off his last couple of streaks there, but it's still Scara or Koala there. Sorry, what you call it, this cardcaster still having problems switching through people, but that's now 4 down from Bravado, so White Rabbit's gonna have to push up and play into the faces of Bravado and maybe pull that flag. It's still all to play for. 0-0, 2 minutes and 25 to play with, and we'll see how White Rabbit can conjure up a pool here, as it's Koala and Sharpie, the only 2 alive and pushed up furthest for their team. Koala picks up Lithium, and I think they need to play together as Inferno trades out Sharpie there. Koala just playing a sneaky corner here.
He's going to opt to look for some players right now. He's not going to see any players as of right now. His teammate is with him though. And Scara still has those streaks. He still has a fighter pilot as well as a glide bomb. Delray, in your opinion, do you think that Scara should rather save this for a defensive hold? Like, you know, if Bravado opts to pull the flag and then eventually get out too far to engage in any gunfights and eventually he pulls out the streaks, or rather in a attacking position?
All depends on where your teammates are positioned, but Koala getting a big kill there on Bravado Viper, and I think that maybe gives him his streaks as well. And just coming back to your question there, it all depends on where your players are to help you out, and probably the best idea was if you get that early cap, yes, use it as defensive score streaks, but score streaks they aren't going to be used anywhere. But Koala and Scara is busy heating up the 2 brothers. That's now 4 down for White Rabbit as we jump on board with Bravado Viper. Him and Rahil is spawned up as well as Lithium, as the other players from White Rabbit now only spawns up as Viper is pushing up and needs some support mid. And I do think the big guy now to watch out with is Lithium, as he's going right around on the White Rabbit spawn, as he's gonna get the kill. No! Koala yet again coming up huge for his team, and perfect hold there at the moment.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Delray. I just got timed out again.
No way.
Oh, I can't do this anymore, dude.
Yeah, there goes Mr. Cherry out of the game. Hopefully still in the chat.
Boys.
But we have Koala there. He is going to skill Inferno there. He's going to reload. And probably the best are just to play your streaks. Don't push up anything too much like that and gives his life away. Rahil guns him off that, and 10 seconds to play with. there might still be a chance to pull the flag as a smoke comes out there, but Sharpie has a sneaky corner there. He's still alive. Is he going to kill another? Inferno is picked up. Raheel gets Sharpie, but the flag is in Lithium hands. That's 4 down, and a late cap there for Bravado. Now my big thing is Streaks going to be used by Koala? Or Scara in fact? And I do think it's probably not the best idea now to use it. I think, what? Inferno kills Lithium for the flag just to cap it. I don't know what what I don't know what Inferno did. Yeah, they played the streak, so it's quite smart thinking from them. They know Inferno's on streak, so shooting his teammate and then taking flag. Now here, just imagine like killing his own teammate with flag, puts the flag back into neutral in the enemy's base, and if that was the case, it was quite bizarre. But smart plays from Bravado all around, as Inferno's actually 100 points away from his couple of streaks.
I'm actually going to watch from a spectator's point of view as of right now. And it looks like 2 Bravado players. Oh, never mind. Raheel was very close. I believe it was 1 kill and about 20 points off of his streaks. As of right now, I think Inferno is... He did manage to pick up that fighter pilot there. He did manage to pick up the fighter pilot as of right now. It looks like Raheel is getting all of those big defensive kills. 1 more player still in the base of the Bravado team. Viper is going to opt to go back and try to find this player. It's very strange trying to cast from a spectator's point of view, not a quadcaster point of view.
Yeah, it's really different, but Lithium has the enemy flag in hand. Koala's right underneath him. I don't know they're going to get timing on each other. Yes, they are, but Koala comes out on top, and he takes care of Lithium. He gets the kill there. That's now 2 down for Bravado, but Streaks was invested there by Scara. Now Bravado hitting back. That's 3 dead. And I might think here comes another pull. Oh, Scara. Scara is handling them at the moment as he's 15 and 12. Inferno playing a sneaky corner there. Is he going to pick up the Inferno? No, he's not going to pick him up. And it's all back to neutral at the moment. But Bravado still with that 1 capture with 3 minutes and 20 left to play. And the big thing for me now is how Scara going to be using his fighter pilot as he's furthest pushed up. Lithium is on his right. I don't think he has spotted him as he's come back from behind, and Lithium with the 6th sense of an animal just there from behind getting him and gets taken out by Sharpie. But the flag yet again is in the hands of, I can't swap there, Sharpie gets taken out. Raheel has the enemy flag in hand. Viper is there to stop him. And the Viper does fall. Scara gets that important kill. Scara does fall. Viper gets the flag, and that's a capture for Bravado. Just good trades from Bravado all around. And Bravado Viper is 25 points away from his couple of streaks, as Lithium gets 2 big kills there. And I think I'm going to stay on board with the Bravado Viper and see if he can maybe conjure on something as streaks now come down. Viper does fall. It looked like he was lagging a bit there. As you can see, he's 2-barring. He's 11 and 17. Lithium, only one left alive. He needs to hold it out for his team as he gets the kill there on Scara. And just playing it slow at the moment, as there's still 2 minutes left to play. And Zenko, the map count is 1 apiece. HP went to White Rabbit. Search and Destroy went to the likes of Bravado, as Lithium gets the kill on Scara as well. He's now going to take his what's the word I'm looking for? His smoke takes a big bounce there, as Inferno takes the flag as well and gets a couple of kills. So he's going to run it out, and looks like another capture from Bravado. 3-0 at the moment with 1 minute and 30 left. White Rabbit's gonna have to pull every single flag they can, and it looks bleak for them at the moment as Inferno picks up another. And that's 3 down again with the flag in Lithium hand again. Is gonna get the kill? Yes, he does. And that's another capture for Bravado. So ultimately just well played from Bravado. And if you look at the tally on your right hand side, yes, Bravado is outslaying them in a couple of kills, but probably not the scoreline you would have wanted if you're a White Rabbit fan. But it is 4-0 at the moment, and it looks like this is BVD's game as Lithium gets streaks as well. And I think that's gonna be it. White Rabbit might get a pull, but it won't change the result of this map, as it is going to be Bravado taking this in a 4-0 fashion. As streaks now come down from Scara, he's got nothing to lose to use it. First pushed up is Bravado. Viper does get Scara as well. The man is quite beaming for not really playing COD in a long while.
Yeah. Not playing too shabby at all. But as of right now, I mean, if you look at the kills, Daro, like they're not too far apart. I'd say maybe 5 or 6 kills difference. But I mean, Bravado just getting the correct kills. You know, they're getting the correct kills. They're pushing up the White Rabbit players into their spawn, whereas then Bravado can actually opt for a flag pull there. So 4-0. That's quite a smack.
Yeah,
from the
that's quite demoralizing if you are White Rabbit. Probably not the result that you would want, or definitely not the result what you want after that HPW and a quite strongly contested search and destroy, where Bravado just completely ran away with it in the CTF, taking it 4-0. And just looking at the scorecard, not really anyone costing as much if you look at the White Rabbit. But Bravado, we have Inferno 22-16.
Inferno did very well. Inferno did very well.
Very well from him. 2 captures and 2 returns. So, yeah, that is the CTF. Now we move along straight away. As you can see, a Saint Marie Dumont. Saint Marie Dumont capped a hard point. And my opinion on this, Bravado is 1 map away from taking this series. White Rabbit is 1 map away from taking it to a map 5. Obviously would like to see map 5s, but Bravado has now a chip on their shoulder, obviously, because they now totally humiliated White Rabbit on that CTF, taking it 4-0. But White Rabbit needs to come out hard and hitting in this hard point, as they don't want to give any advantage to Bravado early on. And it's really gonna come down into winning gunfights and those early key rotations. But I'm gonna give this to Bravado. They're gonna end it right here for me, and I think they're gonna take it in a 250-180 fashion. And Brad, you have more or less the same idea.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the game is gonna end right there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I said before the stream started about Saint Marie Dumont hardpoint. It just, in my opinion, this map is very disciplined. If your team is more disciplined than the other, and then obviously you get the correct kills and the correct rotations and whatnot, it'll be an easy map. And in my opinion, Bravado are just a little bit more disciplined than the likes of White Rabbits, So yeah, my prediction is definitely going to be Bravado going to take the match 3-1 here, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the holdup is at the moment, as we just wait for the teams to get ready, and they are, and we're gonna re-jump into
just make sure you've got a caster.
Yeah, I am
make
this
sure
time. Yeah, I am this time. As we go into the Saint Marie HP, myself and Brad has both predicted it's gonna end right here to the likes of Bravado, and I would like to know in the chat, you guys have the same idea? What is your take in this hardpoint Saint Marie de Moore? You think Bravado has the edge now, having a how can I say, just a bit more hyped, you could say, after that CTF.
Momentum, I guess.
That's the word I'm looking for. Thanks, Brad. The momentum.
Sure got you, fam.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, the momentum swing is firmly in the hands of Bravado at the moment, and White Rabbit's gonna come out hitting hard. They need to, as Viper now switches to the right team. And I'm quickly gonna jump through them. We have Sharpie PPSH, we have Koala with the PP, we've got Scara with the PP, and we have Viper with an STG. So that's a 3 SMG, 1 AR meta on that side. And then we check Rail, STG, Bravado, PP. Ooh, and so they go for a 2-2 split. And it's gonna be quite interesting as we see it is Koala getting that kill on Lithium, going all the way around. And this strat that I see right here is, I call it the Zack strat. Now, if you don't know who Zack is Mr. Deuce from Ventus Gaming, and he loves that strat, and it worked out for the Koala there, and it most definitely always works out.
We're gonna see right now Bravado spawning out of for the next. Oh, okay. White Rabbit with the 4 down immediately. So now, as of right now, White Rabbit do have the favorite spawns going into the next hill, but Bravado are going to be hot on their tails to get those spawn kills, and that's going to be Viper and Rahil playing for those spawns as of right now. And White Rabbit are very aware of their rotation onto this. The kills are going to be big now. One player does drop, but this is going to be Viper. So Rahil is all on his own. You're on the rotation. Doesn't manage to pick up one. He almost manages to turn on Sharpie. He does not manage to do that though. And looks like White Rabbit right now do have the hill. They do have the spawns. And Bravado are going to be fighting to get both of those within the next few seconds now, Dalro.
Yeah, they're going to fight, but a good trade coming in there from a Viper, Bravado Viper it is. And the hill is still in the hands of White Rabbit, and as I say that, they do fall. Yeah. It's a good retake from Bravado. Koala getting nice shots in there, and the two brothers really heating up at the moment. Okay, yeah, except that name.
I mean, even but yeah, I mean, like even in the last round, I think both Scara and Koala were the top two performing players amongst their team, and they're doing the same in this map. They're doing very well. But as of right now, Bravado are going to be the first to rotate to this next parking lot hill, and Viper's going to be in the hill, and player 1, that's going to be Lithium, is going to be playing the spawns as of right now. Player number 8, that's going to be Viper. It's going to be trying to sneak. It's going to be opting to sneak through the back here. You notice there's a player in this general area right now. So we're going to see if he's going to manage to pick him up. He should be able to pick him up. He does manage to pick him up, and that should be spawns for White Rabbit.
Yeah, that's crucial. Crucial kill. Scara now gets taken out. It's still Viper yet the back against Lithium, but Lithium takes care of him. That's big kills from him. He's on a 3 streak. He needs to take care of another, but does not need to as his teammate comes up clutch.
Ooh.
And Lithium is on a 4 streak. He is 200 points away from getting his streaks, and just when you talk about streaks on Saint Marie, it's so crucial, Brad.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, like on this map, it's very hard to push the hill if you don't have spawns. So most of the time, you're going to be using those streaks to either go for those spawns, or if you have complete no control of the hill or the spawns whatsoever, you're just going to go straight for the hill. It's like, and on this map, I can just fighter pilots will just work their absolute best on a map such as Saint Marie, where it sweeps the hill and it can sweep the spawns in one foul, usage. So very strong on a hill, just like a Saint Marie demands hard points. Very strong.
Sure, Bravado Viper coming up.
Ooh.
Clutch there for his team as he takes care of the guy in hill, and Bravado has control over that hill. As Sharpie is at the top here. Koala gets 2 kills. Yeah, these two brothers are definitely doing it all for his team. But Sharpie needs to pick things up. He's 2 and 10. He needs to get some kills. He gets one in Bravado Viper. Is he going to get the second? Yes, he does there on Rahil. And that's exactly what you need to do to turn up. And thanks to Yandre Banana, if I said that correct, thanks for subscribing. And Dwayne Pretorius, thanks for subscribing as well. But yes, Bravado, first one to cross the 100-point mark. We have the rotation down for Bravado as well. And they're doing a good job building on their lead at the moment as 3 go down, and it's up to Viper from White Rabbit to break it. Yes, he does. That's 2 down now for Bravado, and White Rabbit just needs to push up. They need to get that spawn rotation as soon as they can, and they just did. You can see Bravado spawning all the way on the other side. That's a big kill. Lithium getting 2 there, almost getting the 3rd. They know exactly where Bravado is spawning at the moment, and they need to keep slaying them out. Oh no, Koala killing his own brother there, or is it Sharpie killing? Oh, Viper killing Scara. Sorry, another glitch there on the cardcaster area, and Lithium with another big 2-piece. The man is absolutely gunning at the moment. He's 15 and 9 on a 3 streak. He's 200 away yet again from score streaks, and probably should play that. And the rotation is in the hands of Bravado. As you can see in play number 8, the Viper is spawning all the way out, and it's gonna be Bravado trying to take control over this next hill.
Oh, team kill.
Yeah.
And these initial gunfights now are going to be big, but it does look like Bravado do actually spawn up. And that was a very weird spawn. There was a player, number 8, in the back there, but the Bravado team still spawns there somehow. That's very strange. But nonetheless, they do have spawns. White Rabbit getting some kills. But as of right now, last player alive in the hill, it's going to be Inferno up against the whole team. White Rabbit and Inferno with full streaks.
Yeah.
Full streaks as a runner on a 6 streak. He does.
Here comes the Brine Machine.
Here comes the Brine Machine. Does up to take 1. Yeah. He's going to be pushed by a couple of players here right now. Actually, no, never mind. It looks like the White Rabbit side are going to opt to leave those last 25 seconds and actually go for the rotation. Good decision on their parts, but as of right now, for the first time in this map, it looks like a team is actually pulling away from the other, and that is going to be Bravado with the bites, a 40, almost 50-point lead.
Yeah, White Rabbit needs to counter that as streaks now come down. The glide bomb from Inferno is going to pick up Koala in the communications tower area. And it's going to be Inferno trying to pick up his brother as well. And the Brine Machine comes out again. He gets 2. Oh. And this is as effective as it can be with that flamethrower. As Sharpie jumps heal, but unfortunately does fall. Scara is still there. White Rabbit is crawling their way back. He does not get the kill there. And more streaks coming down from Inferno. That's 2 down. Koala still at the back. They do not know of him, but gets traded out there as well. If we jump on board with Scara, he is being the aggressor, pulling up into the hill. Inferno is there as well with his flamethrower. And 10 seconds. And now for me, I think that was totally wrong. Pushing only 10 seconds. They needed to get that early rotation down, as obviously Bravado has the lead here, and Bravado has the early rotation down yet again for this next hill, as the Brine Machine yet again comes in there from Inferno.
Definitely, you're going to see Inferno and Lithium playing extremely well for their sides, as well as Scara for his side. But I mean, Scara just seems to be the only, Scara and Koala just seems to be the only 2 players as of right now that are actually putting in, you know, their fair share of weight into this map. I mean, Sharpie 11 and 23, Viper 14 and 19. You know, they're both struggling. They need to pick it up as of right now if they want to, you know, take this map out of the clutches of Bravado. And as I say that, White Rabbit actually do have possession of this hill, Dalray.
Yeah, they need to take care of Inferno most importantly, as the man is heating up. He's 26 and 17, and Viper, they need to take care of him as well. Bravado Viper with 2 minutes almost and 30 in hill, as Koala's now going to push top. Maybe try and take care of the guy on steps, but Lithium with great angles on him, as that's now 3 down from White Rabbit. Team kill also went in there from BVD, but it is BVD the first one that's going to break the 200-point mark, and White Rabbit needs to break this as soon as they can, as Bravado is only 49 points away from taking this.
Ooh, big 2 kills Scara. Scara is actually playing very, very, very well. The amount of 2 pieces and 3 pieces I've seen him get this map is astounding, but then again, I'm going to say it again, he needs support from his teammates. The only support that he's getting is from his brother Koala. And if you're going to beat a team as strong as Bravado, you can't just have 2 players going off. You need at least 3 slayers going off, and then, you know, the last player is doing their fair share of OBJ work and slaying. I mean, as of right now, the whole load is being shared amongst the Bravado guys, and Lithium getting a big kill in the rotations there, and that's gonna actually win them the hill, the first initial point of that next hill. And Scara also doing the same to Lithium as of right now. And White Rabbit have the hill as well as the spawns.
This is the big thing now. Bravado, White Rabbit now has the spawn, but Inferno, look at Inferno spawning out there on a number 2. That's quite strange, but it is quite crucial now. That kill back there, Inferno takes care of him, and it's up to Scara, and it is player number 5 Sharpie to maybe take control again. And they need to break back as soon as they can, is White Rabbit. They don't want to give any more time. Now Koala gets taken out. Streaks now come down from, I don't know who it was, but doesn't pick up anyone. Bravado is now 20 points away from taking this series and this map, as Scara is still in the hill. He does not get Inferno. Inferno with a big 2-piece. He's still raining down some bullets. Is he going to take care of Viper? No.
They need to rotate.
kill coming in there, team kill coming in there, and the rotation is in Bravado's hands. And this is going to be very, very difficult to break. If we jump on board with Sharpie, Sharpie streaks is used, only picks up one. And Koala and Scara is in the hill. Two brothers, they need to keep Bravado out. As Koala falls, Scara is the only one there. He does get taken out. And I think that might be it, unless Viper can do anything from the back.
Sharpie going big.
No.
Sharpie with the 2-piece. That's 3 dead.
Oh, that's 3 dead. Sharpie going huge. And they can still win it on this East White Rabbit. They just need to keep gunning. Koala with a great positioning there.
Is it map one all over again? Is it map one all over again, Delray?
We might just see this as Sharpie is in the hill. He knows where Viper is. That's, oh my goodness! The Koala going huge. 6 plays 6, Koala falling, and that's 1 second away. Oh my goodness! White Rabbit take this HP as well.
My goodness.
Oh my goodness. Like, if this is the way we see 1 boss and 2 boss, oh my goodness, keep at it, because the White Rabbit yet again taking it away from Bravado with only 9 seconds in it. And the big thing for me was rotations and just breaking that last heal. We saw streaks coming in from Sharpie, did get that crucial one, and then these 2 brothers, Koala and Scara, those 2 absolutely turned up. Look at Scara, 31 and 22 with 2 minutes and 30 in heal. It's extremely well played from him, and Bravado is literally shooting themselves.
Bravado led. It's a mirror image of that first map, Delray. Bravado led throughout the entire, I would say, 3/4 of the hardpoint map, and then at the last minute, White Rabbit are just winning rotations. They're getting the scraps, they're getting everything, and it's telling up and it's telling up. They're getting the streaks, and then eventually they just take those last few seconds. Then again, it's those streaks coming in, and a clutch play is just 1 piece, 2 pieces coming in from Scara and Koala. And then again, also Sharpie, he was struggling so much in the beginning of this hardpoints. He pulled it back to being 24 and 29. He actually had streaks to break that final hill there, Delray. If it wasn't for that, they would not have broken the setup of that Bravado side. It's mirror image of that first map.
Mirror,
is crazy.
Mirror image it was. We look at Viper, 21, 27, and almost 3 minutes, literally a second off 3 minutes, Neil.
3 minutes.
And he definitely played his part, but Bravado just threw it away on those crucial seconds. And oh my word, is White Rabbit pitching for this. Obviously, yes, people are 2 barring and 1 barring, something we can't control, but let it be. Look at White Rabbit playing out of their boots. Just, I don't know what, it seems like Bravado has the best start possible, and then they just throw it away at the end. It's like White Rabbit takes their time in the maps to get control or get themselves into the game, and then they absolutely annihilate. And Scara and Koala is a spitting image of just annihilating the people.
I'm very surprised that Delray, I'm gonna say this for once, and we're gonna think about this. White Rabbits have won both hard points against Bravado in this finals.
Yeah, like
they have won both hard points. That is insane to me.
That is insane indeed. Something that most of us did not predict. And if you look at the map here, we are going to an Ardennes Forest Search and Destroy. Now, Brad, we both said in the beginning, Search and Destroy, Ardennes Forest. Bravado has probably not lost on Ardennes Forest Search and Destroy before. Now, after you saw this HP, yes, the momentum has swung again to White Rabbit. Sheesh, I don't know who to give this to. But my gut is probably telling me, listen here, give this to Bravado. They have not lost Search and Destroy on this map. I can maybe remember once they've lost against Ian on this map. But I'm going to give it to BVD, this last map.
Definitely, yeah. I just think, then, you know, again, when it comes to Search and Destroy, Bravado are just a little bit more coordinated, you know. It's just a little bit more disciplined, and there's a little bit more team chemistry amongst their 4 players compared to the White Rabbit. But I mean, everything that I've said today has just gone down the drain, and we're going to a map 5 between Bravado and White Rabbit, which, wow, White Rabbit have
Wow.
won both hard points, and that just blows my mind.
Yeah,
That blows my
wow,
mind. Well played to them on the
indeed.
hard points.
And
There,
here
wow.
we see another map 5. If we didn't see enough of them this weekend, here we're going to see another one uh, between Bravado and White Rabbit Gaming. And if you've just joined us or want to catch up on a bit that you've missed, the first HP was quite interesting as well. Probably a spitting image of this one you've just seen. Bravado had the early lead, then White Rabbit came back and took it. So the first HP went to White Rabbit. The Search and Destroy went to Bravado 6-4. And the CTF convincingly went to Bravado in a 4-0 fashion. Then we saw this HP where Bravado once again threw it away to White Rabbit, where White Rabbit came out on top. And brings it to 2 apiece in the series count. We're going to see a map 5. Arden as far as Search and Destroy. Who do you have taking this chat? Let me know in the chat. I would like to know what you guys think. What's going through your mind with the strats, or who has the advantage at the moment? Who do you have taking this last map? And I'm quickly gonna bring up the so if I switch it down here, participants. Tila, I think his name is. He says it's 2-2. Missed it. I think you said Tila. Tila. Who do you have taking that? And I'm gonna give a shout out to probably one of the, Well, I love him to bits. This guy, he probably the least. Oh, let me get my English right here before I sound like a burkie again. Probably the least selfish person on earth, and that's Kaiser the Beelzebub. I love him to bits. Shout out to him. I think he also borrowed his Astros out this weekend at the LAN, so thanks to that as well. And yeah, we are going to see a map 5. I don't know what's holding up the teams at the moment, but we are waiting to get this underway as the stream just surpasses 2 hours and 7 minutes on a runtime, as we are waiting for one more player to pitch up before we can jump into the Search and Destroy. But Brad, just going back a bit, we spoke earlier about a possible hot mic. And for those people that don't know too much about what a hot mic is, Brad, care explaining quick?
Well, yeah. So if you're a big fan of the the professional Call of Duty competitive scene, you would have watched some of your Pro League matches or your Pro League league games or your tournament games, and I'd say like the week before, like the few days before that the matches actually commence, the casters and the people involved in MLG actually host something that's called a hot mic. And what they do is they actually get a player from 4 different teams, and they just host a talk show. And the one person who hosts it is often a well-known cardcaster from the name of Maven or Courage or Mr. X or Benson or so on and so forth. And then they talk to the pros. There's some bands involved, there's some humor, there's some serious topics and such. And most people who do watch the MLG hot mic are often quite interested to actually hear what the pros have to say and so on and so forth. So I just think that it'll be a great implementation if we bring it in. If we bring it into the local COD scene, gets a caster or a MC or somebody, just to host a talk show and get 4 players from 4 of the top teams in the country, and just talk about topics, let the banter happen, let the humor come through and everything. And I think a lot of people, I think the fans of the local COD scene would actually be very interested in that.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in it. I think it would be great to have more content pushed out from COD, and just an esports in Hull. It's gonna be great to see that drop whenever it does. But we are going to go into this map 5. Hopefully we see around 11 as well. But we're going into a map 5, White Rabbit versus Bravado in this VS Gaming Stage 2 Elimination Grand Final. And I can't wait to get this underway, as I think
Mm-hmm.
Scara is in the wrong team. I don't know if he's gonna switch.
If Scara spawns,
Yeah,
oh no.
I don't think White Rabbit is ready as of yet.
Okay.
But this is gonna be quite interesting to see how the snipers play this. I know Inferno has some great spots to check with the sniper, and the big thing now for me is, can Viper maybe counter the sniper of Bravado?
Mm.
We know Inferno loves search and destroy. It's probably one of his best game modes, I would say, and we'll see what he can counter up. Is the Viper from White Rabbit. And yeah, if Koala and Scara have the game they had in Hardpoint, this is going to be one heck of a game.
Definitely. I mean, as of right now, I mean, at the beginning of this series, Dalre, I'm sure that nobody would have called, you know, a map 5 as of right now, especially with White Rabbit taking both of the hard points. But here we are right now, and I mean, you know, if I wouldn't be surprised if White Rabbit actually come out of the gates blazing and take, you know, the first few rounds. Yeah, I mean, the momentum is on their side. I'm sure that they're getting pretty hyped about the fact that they actually make it to a map 5 against Bravado as of right now. When this last weekend, I believe it was on the Saturday night, where they actually got 3-0'd by the likes of Bravado in their losers semi-finals. So this is a big improvement, you know, and I'm sure that they're gonna blaze, you know, and obviously fire for this win.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be quite fired to see what happens here. Now we get back into this. I think both teams are ready for this map 5. And if you're wondering what the score is, it's 2 apiece. Both HPs went to White Rabbit, and Search and Destroy and CTF went to Bravado. And we'll see who comes out on top and gets crowned the Stage 2 Elimination champion. This does not mean too much, as players, all these players that you see currently has made Prem Division. It's all up to seeding for this. But I think we jump on board with Viper. We'll see how he can maybe counter the likes of Inferno.
Okay, we're gonna have to see it. Like, we're gonna see. It looks like he's gonna opt to go to that A site. He's gonna not see any players right off the break. And it looks like Bravado are going to opt to go for a B push. First blood does go to the side of Bravado, is traded out, and then traded out once again by Viper. So, oh, there you go again. All kills going to the side of Bravado, and it's a 1v3. 1v2 right now. Viper with a pick. Unable to pick up a gun right there, but he is aware that there are Bravado players on that B bomb side. The bomb is going to go down to the side of Bravado.
Yeah, bomb goes down. All up to Viper to make something happen, but he does fall. First round goes to BVD, and I could see early on, I think White Rabbit probably not the best way to push. They just pushed up mid. The one player didn't check his corner. I don't know who that was, but they do fall, and probably not the best strat you could see there coming in them from them. But well done to Bravado as they counter that and take the first round. And I'll jump on board with Rael, the man, the myth, and the legend. It is Rael STG44, and we'll see if he maybe can get a pick on White Rabbit. I think he has spotted a few players. Smoke comes down now from White Rabbit.
There you go.
And he's going to pick up one. Nope, Scara with the timing there. Scara with 2 big kills. The man is an absolute beast at the moment. And I can see Lithium is closest there with getting shots down. Oh my goodness, Koala.
He actually stayed alive.
Koala getting a kill there, and Inferno, the one with the sniper. 1v4 if this is possible. My name is not Del Ray, and it definitely is, as he gets Viper there at the back as well. Still aiming down. Yes, he gets Sharpie as well. He's left in a 1v2 situation, and this is going to be quite interesting. Player number 6 is just sitting down there on mid, and now pushes up. I think he has spotted him. Inferno is going to check his corners and gonna get timing, and that round goes to WRG. But that was actually quite nerve-wracking from from White Rabbit's perspective, as Inferno getting 2 big kills there, and almost clutching things up. But
that was a very
very
interesting round.
very, very interesting round indeed, as it's one apiece, and they are playing for the they're playing for the crown. I don't know what crown there is, but they're taking.
Yeah, this is just for, you know, this is just for bragging rights as a run. I mean, I'm sure that, like, you know, either side would you know, love to tweet out that they are the VS Gaming Leg 1 champions, I believe, or whichever it's called. I'm not so sure what the name of this.
Yeah, stage
whole
2
bracket is called.
elimination.
Stage 1.
Yeah, stage
There
2
you go.
eliminations final, and it is Sharpie going all the way at the back. I would like to know what's his knowledge on that. Going all the way at the back, Koala's getting some insight
Yeah,
onto
I'm
plays.
not sure what
He
he's doing.
beams Viper
There, close by.
on that close pillar. And is he going to get Inferno? He gets Inferno as well. So it's a 3v2 at the moment. Koala is heating up his 3. Oh, he does die. It's up to Scara and Rahil. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
And
wow.
Rahil definitely
Rahil
does
doesn't
not miss any bullets with an AR. And he takes care of Scara right there. He stops him in his tracks. And look at this, man.
Wow.
Okay, he did miss a bit, but
Nice shots.
generally he does not
He did
miss.
miss a bit. Yeah, very, very, very talented player with an AR. I mean, I think last year he was the community's, you know, breakout player. Just came out of nowhere, and then he ends up playing for a top 2 team just out of nowhere. So yeah, playing very well this year on Call of Duty World War II, and we're actually going to see the Bravado with the 2-1 lead as of right now, and WRG are going to opt to stack this mid lane and see where they branch off from there as of right now. Getting very aggressive in the mid lane, actually, White Rabbit.
Yeah, Inferno
with the first blood onto
Yeah,
Scara.
Inferno
Scara's
even
dropping.
checking that back lane as Rahil, and Inferno gets one all up to Viper and Koala. Viper just being quite crazy, running through. He's going to get one, but he's going to be traded out as well. It's all up to Koala, and you probably don't want to give Bravado an extra or 2-map lead. He needs to clutch up now is Koala, and I do think this is going to be quite difficult. Inferno still sitting at the back there. Viper has given the call out to his team, and still on board with Koala. Unfortunately, Gus does get taken out there and gives Bravado a 2-round lead as Lithium's playing a 4th corner here, and Koala does fall as the headshot comes in there, and probably not what you would want to see from White Rabbit at the moment, giving Bravado the 2-round advantage. And the big guy for me now currently is Sharpie. Sharpie needs to pitch up. He can't be slacking, as you've already given White Rabbit, or given BBD a 2-map advantage. And we can see White Rabbit opting to a 2-2 split. 2 plays to A and 2 plays to B, as Lithium is the first one to fall. Sharpie tries to back out, but does fall as well. And that yet again gives Bravado the advantage, as Koala gets down there, or gets one down. And it's up to Viper and Koala to make a difference.
We're going to see now Bravado just going to be watching their possible lanes. Right now, Viper picking one off in the middle lane. There's going to be another one in the middle lane. Does get shot up by Viper. Viper on Viper. Bravado Viper does drop. But right now it's Viper of WRG against Lithium and Rahil, and does drop. He does get shot in the back from that dome ruins area. And there you go. 4-1 advantage in rounds in this map 5 for Bravado.
Yeah, that is a big advantage to them, as Lithium plays another sneaky corner there and plays it perfectly, as they now take a 3-round advantage over the side of White Rabbit. It's not looking good at all at the moment. They need to hit back and hit back immediately, and I think we jump on board with Lithium. He should be close to streaks. Yes, he is. He's only 85 points away from his streaks, so he's definitely going to look to play those.
We're going to see he actually didn't see that player at that fire tank. He might have just opted to back out, but as of right now, WRG are opting to go for that A site. And we're going to see Lithium just roaming. He's going to opt to go for that flank. Right now, 3v3. White Rabbit's bomb is actually down on that A site, and Sharpie is one shot. He's going to be hit by 2 players, and it's going to be pushed. He should be killed right there. And the last 2 players are going to be Viper and Koala, both pushing up this forest lane. Koala should get cleaned up
Oh
here.
my word, what's going on
Ring
there?
around the Rosie.
Oh my word. A 1v1. 1v1 Koala versus Lithium. Oh my word, what's
I'm
going
not
on?
so sure how this ended up being a 1v1. I'm not so sure how this one ended
They
up being a
must.
1v1 if
Oh
I've
my
actually...
word!
Finally, wow.
Crazy stuff at that barn hill, or just that barn area. Damn. No, I don't think any players knew what's going on there. Players were shooting nothing. Players were shooting walls. But ultimately, yet again, Bravado came out on top. Bravado is now 1 round away from taking the VS Gaming Stage 2 Eliminations final. And yet again, Sharpie, the man, is 1 and 6. He needs to get a kill, needs to give his team the advantage. But currently they're playing it a 3v4 against Bravado, and that's exactly what you don't want.
Exactly, and I mean, this is Bravado's round to lose. I was just about to say that Lithium does have full streaks to use this round, but he is first blooded by Scara. So this should be WRG's round to take, and a team kill.
Oh no!
Viper actually team killed another.
Oh
my
no!
Goodness, that's 2 team kills, and so, what is going on this round? Okay, it's a 1v1. Please, Viper.
Oh my word!
That doesn't happen. That round is an absolute mess.
That was the biggest L I've seen in a
That
while.
round is an absolute mess.
As Bravado Viper gets the last kill here, but just carnage from White Rabbit. They had it, they had first blood, and then they lost full with their team kill coming in there, and then Sharpie going up and giving his life away at Bell, and that's it. Bravado is your stage 2 eliminations champions, and GG's to them taking the search and destroy in a quite dominating fashion, 6-1, and but GG's to White Rabbit. They fought all the way through from round 1 to get to this grand final, and they do fall out. But Bravado, well done to them. They are the stage 2 eliminations champions. Well done to them. Probably gonna have to work on a couple of HP things. Did look at quite choppy at some stages, but do take into account players were 2 barring, players were 1 barring, and ultimately that has a big effect when playing an online tournament.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, you could see just in the results and just the overall, you know, slaying power from the sides of Bravado that online COD, you know, there's a massive difference between that and the actual offline or you know, LAN setting. So they definitely played a part tonight in this matchup. But you know, Bravado sticking to the results of their win, you know, whether it be a 3-0 or a 3-2, they still got that W, and you know, well played to both teams, well played to WRG to actually keeping it close and to actually, you know, giving us some contest and some
brilliant games that we've seen. And that is it from our side. Looking forward to casting more matches coming up soon. Look out for some announcements. They are huge coming up soon. As I said, Metal State's around the corner, or they're going to announce something around the corner, hopefully. And from VS Gaming, we still have a lot of tournaments and games from them. Dannon saying the score was 2-3 in map count to Bravado. They are the stage 2 eliminations champions, so well done to them. And yeah, that is it. Cheers for now, and I'll check you guys later. But before you guys go, just want to say thanks to Ray's, Josh earlier for hosting, and then to Brad for co-casting. Thanks, Brad.
My absolute pleasure once again, Dalray. Well played to both teams. Thank you so much, you know, for having me once again. And yeah, thanks for the support on the stream, guys. It's been great. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks guys for that. And before you go, please drop a like on the video. Please subscribe, and I'll definitely check you at the next one. I can't wait for that. And check you next time. Cheers.